Hey everybody, what's up? I want to do a few videos this week to go inside with the Tone Talk blog posts that I've been making. Particularly to kind of show sonic examples of what I'm talking about so you guys can kind of get an idea of what you're shopping for and how to get guitar tones to work for you with the tools when you get them in kind of a realistic way. I'm going to focus on my Klon KTR, which was made for me by Bill Finnegan. This is from the very first run when Bill started making pedals. Again, I used this one instead of Centaurs because I had such a great customer experience with Bill. This actually showed up dead on arrival. It wasn't working, and he worked tirelessly with me to get it diagnosed and fixed so I could play it. And I, at that point, had never had any experiences like that with a pedal maker before. So, thanks, Bill. I love it. Let's kind of get into this. What I talked about in my blog is that this is the KTR. It was reissued by Klon, or by Bill, kind of as a new design to address some of the original problems of the Centaur. It came out 09, 2010, around there. That's when I got mine. So a few things that he did. This is an overdrive unit, and it's kind of a interesting design. It was made by him and a few of his friends from MIT. They actually designed in a totally original circuit. Most of the time when people make pedals, it's a copy of something else. So this is unique in the sense that it's totally original. In my blog, I talk about what makes the circuit tick. It does have a voltage doubler in here, so it's running off 9 volts, but it actually internally converts that 9 volts to 18 volts, and that gives the unit more headroom, and that's a big part of the sound. A couple of things that Bill did with this incarnation to address some of the problems was it does have a 9 volt power supply. The original Klons ran on battery, and so that way you don't have to change them all the time. I think it's great. It's great for a modern player. You can use it on your pedal board. The other thing he did that was cool is a lot of people like to complain on the original Klons that, oh, why is it buffered? I want a true bypass pedal. He put a little switch where you can change it and set it yourself. Funnily enough, it says almost always better, which is the original buffer design from the Centaur. Almost always worse, true bypass, but he leaves that up to the player so you can choose. Pretty cool. So I'm going to give you guys a couple examples of playing examples this week. I'm going to start off by going into a clean amplifier and demonstrate how the Klon can be used as a clean boost that strictly just makes your amp louder, doesn't change the tonality of your amplifier. I'm then going to go into using it through an already broken up amplifier with the same setting to show that you can push it for a little bit more of a lead tone. I'm then going to use the Klon how I like to use it as a saturated overdrive. And then I'm going to kind of show it in a pedal board to show how it can make signal flow cleaner because the buffer is so great inside the pedal. If you guys have never checked out a Klon before, I highly recommend you seek one of these out. They're a little pricey in terms of a single pedal, but I really think it's worth it. I think the sound is incredible. I'm not normally a pedal guy. I'm pretty much an amp and a guitar guy, but if I had to choose one pedal to go with a guitar and an amplifier, it would be this or a fuzz face, and I think this just has mojo. There's something cool about it. So, hey guys, I'm doing a demo here with my KTR, and I am running into a twin reverb. This is one of my oldest amplifiers I own. It's a 1970 or 71 non-master volume twin reverb. You know, if I zoom in here, the speaker cloth's all messed up. You know, knobs are all aged. Weirdly enough, it has a black faceplate and not a silver one. Don't know what that's about. All the parts when I open it up look like it was made with black face parts at the factory, which is unusual, but Fender did have boxes of stuff lying around, so maybe that's what this is. It doesn't look modern at all, but I think the faceplate, someone just swapped it out. But it has JBLs in it, which are really high-powered speakers. I like it a lot. So what I'm going to be doing is I'm playing this KTR, and if I zoom in here on the pedal, I have it set up in clean boost mode, where right now I have the pedal and the amp set for unity gain. This is how I set if I'm trying to go for a clean boost type tone. This is what I do with pedals first, is I try to A/B them to where they match the amplifier tone. Alright guys, I got my new camera position going. I'm going to strictly be using this to show you guys what Bill originally intended the Centaur to do for his needs. Bill loved playing a Telecaster and do a twin reverb. And a twin reverb is a really high wattage amplifier. You know, you really have to turn it up loud for it to sound good. It doesn't really distort, it just gets big and fat, you know. So, in honor of Bill, I'm using one of my Telecasters going into a KTR, set up for a clean boost mode, going into a twin reverb to show you how you can fatten your tone. So what I have first is I have my settings for unity gain. And what I like to do is I find this first to get the sound to match my amp tone, and then I start to adjust the volume on the pedal so I can just get bigger without changing what I do on the guitar. This is what a lot of people like out of a Klon KTR or Klon Centaur. This is one of the main uses for it. I think particularly when you use the gear that Bill is using, you can't help but marvel at what a remarkable feat it was for him to really not change the beauty of a twin reverb, because most pedals do. So here again, here's my amp sound. I'm going through the bridge pickup on my Telecaster. Pretty nice and big. I have the amp on 4. So it sounds okay, but really what I would love to do is have it on 7. Unfortunately, that's a little too loud for the space I'm in right now. So the Klon, what's great about it is you can use it in a way to get the feel of your amplifier at 7 without actually killing your ears. So I'm going to engage my Klon to show you guys what it sounds like just unity. It's on. Go back to being off. Pretty close in terms of, you know, unity gain, right? So if I pick the same time each time I use it, it's the same. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to adjust the volume of my Klon to kind of get it the way I want. So I'm going to turn the pedal on. Again, my volume on the guitar is all the way up. So I'm going to start turning it up. Turn it up a little bit of a quarter turn. And that's with the volume at, like, say, I don't know, 10:30, 11 o'clock. Sounds a lot bigger, and I didn't go that much. I only went like 2 up the clock face dial, and only went up 2 hours. And it sounds a heck of a lot bigger. Let me go a little more. that's about 1 o'clock on the dial. Let me go a little more just to show you the range of how loud I can get with just the gain at 0. All I'm changing is the level knob. I'm at 3 o'clock now. Sounds nice and big, but it's not at the level of what the amp is on 7. It's really just bigger, fuller, and easier to play. So that's what I want to show you for the clean boost mode with the Klon Centaur. I'll go back this week and kind of go over what you can do to overdrive a clean amp, which is how I like to use this pedal, or overdriving any amp with just, using the pedal for the overdrive, or if you have an amp that's already overdriving and getting crunch, using this same clean boost mode to push it for a solo, which is another cool trick. Again, thank you guys. I want to start doing more of these videos to help you guys with tone so you can kind of start understanding technical uses for gear. Alright, have a nice day, guys. Peace out. There's the twin. There's the Klon. Deuces!